The work that you're doing, will be the best work you've ever seen, because the anger, you will narrow code your brain into your body, and it'll shift something in you that will make you do your work the best ever. I bet you. Try it out. Later when you come when you leave our life, do one of those things that you're doing. Um and then show me, cuz I bet you it's going to be the best one yet, cuz you are getting better, but because you're angry or the person tried to get you out of your character, it didn't succeed, your work will be the best. And so, my dear, that's terrible. That's completely terrible. Let me introduce myself really quick for for someone who doesn't know who's watching. I am your host, your one and only Magda Annette Soto, aka Aunt Maggie. Welcome to my live event, episode 74 on Facebook, episode 17 on YouTube. And the topic today is: you are not who people say you are. Sometimes in life, when you are doing good and you are walking a positive, straight path, the devil likes to mess with you. He just likes to mess with you. Why? Because you are doing something about your life. You are taking ownership of you again, instead of letting others own you and tell you what it is you have to do with your life. You start to take ownership of your life. And the enemy does not like that whatsoever, because you are starting to shed away from him and start to walk this way. And he's going to try his best to get you to trip. He's going to try his best to get you to trip. But you know what? When we walk in with Christ, when we believe in a power greater than ourselves, he won't allow it. God will not allow it. He's going to try. So he tried you today. You passed your test. Congratulations. This was probably a test that needed to happen to see if God can bless you with what's coming. We don't know. See, nothing is coincidental. Everything happens for a reason. So you don't know, and I don't know, if this was a test you just went through today and you just passed it. So, a round of applause for you, my dear, because that's major. That's huge. Because I know, hello, we come from the same background. Back then, we would not care that we're working, and we would have to fight. This is the problem, and people don't know this. They don't know who you really are until they push the right button. Am I right? Until they push the right button. But see, you can be a believer, you can be walking, but when someone disrespects you, that's just a button that should not be pushed, because you just don't know how crazy the other person can be, and it can cost you. It can cost your life, or it can cost you your freedom. Either or. So, congratulations. I am super proud of you. I'm super proud of you for maintaining your posture and maintaining your peace. Congratulate yourself. Pat yourself on the back for that one, because had it been your old you, yeah, you probably would have it would have end up a different way. So it brings us to this perfect topic. Oh my God, you see, there's nothing that's coincidental. Everything happens for a reason. So it says, what negative comments have people said about you that you need to delete off the programming that's in your head? And how have those statements impacted your life? And it brings me to a good point. For a long time, I've been bullied growing up in school. And so I've been called fat, stupid, slow, disabled, dyslexic, all the words you can think of in school. And how did that impacted my life? It impacted my life because I started believing, follow me, I started believing the labels that people would put on me. And this goes for anyone, because even family members do that too. Unconsciously. They don't know. See, my nickname with my family was Miss Piggy. And they didn't know that calling me Miss Piggy was creating a complex for me. They called me Miss Piggies because I've always been chubby. But they didn't know that they were kind of destroying my belief system. No one ever believed me growing up, but here I'm the only one who finished high school in my family and the only one who finished college. And I'm not saying this to impress you, but to impress upon you that no matter what happens in your life, you can and will achieve if you really put your mind to it. Is it easy? Absolutely not. My journey has not been easy. Why? Because I've been addicted to drug and alcohol for 10 years. So it was not easy. I shed blood. It was blood, sweat, and tears to get where I'm at today. And it was a long journey. 10 years is a long time. From 20 to 30. Do you know what I could have done from 20 to 30? I could have become somebody. I could have had a bunch of things that I could have worked for in my life that today I could have just been laid back and be like, okay, I got it made. But no, in my 40s, I have to build up a credit, build up my name, build up, it's sad. It's sad, but it's true. It's true. But an age is just a number. It's never too late for you to start or begin something that's going to make you feel joyful and happy at the end of the day. So, why do I say this? I say this because there's too many of us that let our age and our indifferences of our, whether it's language, whether it's whatever it is in your life that you are thinking that's going to stop you from your growth. I'm here to tell you no, because the Lord put in seeds in you. He put in an anointing in you already way before you were born. And so our brain gets wired as growing up with our family members and the people that's in our environment. We become the product of our environment because we don't know any better. No one ever taught us anything. That's why it took me so long, because I never had anyone I could look up to and say, okay, I'm going to follow this person. The example that they're doing, I'm going to do. I've never had that in my family. And I can pretty imagine that a lot of people are going through that today. So, what helped me get out of it, to being unstuck and just take a leap of faith, is knowing that I am not alone. It's knowing that whatever I touch prospers and succeeds, that I am a victor and not a victim, that no matter what I went through, rather is abuse, rather is, whatever I went through, which it's not into topic because I don't want to bring nobody's frequency down, but it's a lot of torture when you've been abused in all shape and way and form. You could kind of imagine what, take your own conclusion about that one. It does something mentally to you that you start to think of yourself as a piece of trash. And for a long time, that's what I thought I was. And so I treated myself like a piece of trash. I didn't respect myself because no one ever told me that we are a temple and we must take care of ourselves, because there's no one out there that's going to take care of us the way we do. So, wow, what a ramp in there. So, I know it's hard. No one ever said it's going to be easy. And there was somebody come to me and they say, "Oh, how do you stay so positive and joyful all the time?" I said, "Because I don't have a choice. I sit in the now. I don't worry about my past and I don't worry about the future. I stay in the moment." In the moment, minute by minute. That's what helped me get clean and sober. I had to take it second by second because I couldn't. I wouldn't. I didn't know. I didn't know to take it day by day. That was too long for me. I had to take it second by second and say, okay, right now I'm not going to use. Right now I'm not going to drink. Right now I'm going to choose to do this. I'm going to choose to do that. Things that helped me. And another thing that helped me was I changed people, places, and things. Because if I didn't do that and I stayed in the same environment and my same paradigm, I probably would have been dead. Rest assured, the way I was going, I probably would have been dead. I probably would have been in a psych ward, who knows where. So that's why I give God all the glory, all the praise, and all the honor, because what he did with me, he can do with you. Definitely can do with you. All he wants is a relationship. That's it. That is it. You know how many times I invite people to go to my church and just invite them to do positive things, and everyone says, "Oh, I don't have time for that." What will happen when God comes to get his people and he tells you, "I don't have time for you"? What would happen? That's going to hurt. It's going to hurt to be left behind. So all he's asking you is for 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. He's not even saying, I want you to be with me all day. No, just just start off by a minute. Start off by saying, "Thank you, God." Being grateful. You know how many people are so ungrateful for what they have, and that's why they don't get anything in life? Because they don't know how to be grateful for what they have today. If you're not grateful for what you have today, how can God bless you with more if you're not grateful for what you have now? This is why it's so important to stay grateful. And that's what I answered the person who asked me. "Oh, don't you get tired of doing your lives?" And no, I don't. Because there's going to come one day that it's going to click. It's going to click to someone, because people hear things differently, and you get it when you get it. Because for a long time, it took me 6 months to hear the same thing of my mentor saying it, and it finally clicked. It finally clicked. In the repetition is where the change is going to happen. In the repetition. And I wasn't even going to come and do a live today because I thought I didn't have a topic or anything to talk about. So thank you, Elaine. Thank you. Thank you. Because you kind of let the Holy Spirit, move in me to say these things. So people are suffering. Remember that. You are growing. Exactly. You know this. You better than anyone know this. You have a huge testimony, my girl. You have a huge testimony. We are all walking testimonies. That's why I say people need to start hearing our stories, because there's going to come a time that it's going to click to someone and they're going to be like, "You know what? Enough is enough. I'm tired of this. I want to be happy." This is why I'm always so happy. I don't even use anymore. I'm high in life. I'm high off of life. And I love it. And I love it because there's so much misery and pain all around me. I have to stay like this. It's a must. It's my priority, because it can suck me up in a minute too if I let it. So what? So this, what are you? Let me see. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I got something really good. Really good. What are you? The words spoken to you are seeds planted in your soil that only take root if you water them. What seeds are you watering and letting the root to grow? Meaning, are you letting the labels and what people say to you grow roots in you? Because it only grows if you water it, meaning if you ponder on it, if you keep thinking about it, and if you let it get you stuck. If you let you stay stuck, that's when you start to water those seeds, and it'll start growing roots, and it's going to keep you stuck. So, are we deleting the programming that people and the labels that people are trying to put over us and on us? Or are we watering it and letting it grow in us and letting us keep us stuck? You see, we are bigger and better, and that's why you're getting tested, Elaine. We are bigger and better. You are the chosen one. You have been the chosen one. If you are having this in your life, that means you are the chosen one, because only the chosen ones get tested. because we are walking testimonies. God needs you to have a testimony because in the long run, you're going to be helping somebody. You don't know who yet. You probably don't know who, but you will. He will put the people, the place, and the thing right in front of you that you're going to say, I get it now. I get why he let this happen this other time because I need it for this. It's wild. I'm telling you, this is the world is so magical if you let it be magical. If you keep thinking about negativity and worry and depression and all of this, that's what you're going to attract. Remember, whatever you think about and think about, you will bring it to your life. I can't say this enough because I had a conversation with an older lady who, the older generation is stuck in their ways and they are very negative because they worry constantly. And I told this person, I said, listen, be grateful that you had the financial the finance with you to be able to pay because they keep saying things are getting too expensive. I said, well, be grateful that you have the finance to be able to purchase that. Just like everybody keeps talking about the gas. Well, let's be grateful that we at least have money to pay for the gas and we have vehicles to put gas in it. So, see, we have to change the way we look at things so the things we look at start to change. Keep that in your head, Elaine. Change the way you look at it so it can change change the way you look at it. So, whatever you look at starts to change. So whenever that happens again, just ignore. Don't you know people hate when you get ignored? Just ignore. And if you're working and your job is being a little too stressful and they can't understand it, then maybe that's not the place for you. Maybe that's not the place for you. They're hiring in a bunch of places. And if you need help with that, let me know. I have a link where they're hiring. They're going to hire you on the spot, girl. And they pay really good money. Really good money. If you need help with that, please let me know. I got connections. I can help you. And that's what I wanted to tell you when I read your post. And I was going to reply, but I had to start my live. So I'm telling you on my live now, let me know if you are looking into it, if you're going to take action into looking for something else, and I can help you with that, my dear. It'll be my pleasure. I can send you the link and I can send you a number on who to call and everything. Okay. I got little connections there. I got you, girl. I got you. So you see my favorite, awesome, magnificent people. You will get tested the minute you say yes to yourself. The minute you say enough is enough, I will never have another bad day in my life. That's when you're going to get tested. So be prepared. But it's only temporary. This too shall pass. It's only temporary. It will pass. Nothing is the same. Nothing will stay consistent. It will change just like seasons change. Things like that will change too. You will not always be tested. You just need to get tested in the beginning just to see where you stand and see if he can bless you with something else. It happened to me. I think it happens to all of us when we decide that we are going to choose us over anybody's negativity. We get tested. We get tested hard. So today was your test, my dear. And congratulations, because you just passed it. So now wait for the breakthrough. It will happen. You're going to see. You're going to call me up and you're going to say, oh my God, Annette, you're not going to believe what just happened. I guarantee you. It's happened to me plenty of times that people have told me. They called me like, oh my God, Annette, you're not going to, after I tell them what I just told you. So just wait for the breakthrough. It'll happen. So that's what I have for you guys today. Nada. I only have 3 people here, which I'm loving. Don't get me wrong. I'm loving it. I love it. Even if there's only one person, I still love it because at least somebody's going to get something out of it. And I'm going to ask you, please share my video, share me with other people. People need to hear this. People need to know that there is a way out, that there's not always going to be misery, that there's not always going to be pain, and that you too can break the cycle. It stops with you. You can break the cycle of poverty. You can break the cycle of the generational curse. It stops with you if you want it and if you allow it. And that's what I have for you guys today. I love, 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 love you all. And I'm going to leave you like I always leave you. Elaine, you have my number. Send me a message whenever. Send me a message. If you're going through whatever you're going through and you need to talk to someone, send me a message, girl. I got you. I got you. We're here. We're family. Family. I'm going to leave you like I always leave you guys. If you believe, you can achieve. Because you see, if you can see it in your head, you can hold it in your hands. And if you can hold it in your hands, you can have it. And I'm going to teach you how to manifest. I want you to text me, Elaine, if you want something, if you want to shift your life and take that switch. I'm going to teach you how. If you want to, if you like to. I'm not going to pressure you. If you want to. Okay? So, I'm going to be praying for you too, okay? I love you, mommy. I love all of you. I love you all. Good night. Good night. I love you all. Bye-bye. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good. It's okay?